saying? Sometimes they come in free. Nobody touching them.
Right.
So like, man, it's
Pause.
I ain't even.
Hey, yo, we gonna have to clean your language up, bro. We got to clean this up.
Yo, Cameron,
Nah,
what's happening?
man. I can't even say I know what that's like. I don't know what that's like, man.
I put this on everything.
Party people.
I love this.
It's your boy,
My
M.A.Z.
sweat, my clothes. I thought I told you this is my world, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, party people in the place to be. It's your boy, M.A.Z. And we back. It's been a minute, man.
That's right.
We've been working, Skrills.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Skrills.
You know what I'm saying? What's going on, bro?
Big chilling, man. I'm excited. It's going to be a good show. We got the real number 2.
The real number 2, right?
The only number 2 in the city.
Oh, okay. I see. I was gonna mention Lonzo.
Fuck that other one.
Wait, who? Okay, now I need to know who you're talking about now.
You know who I'm talking about, bro. Who else was number 2 out here?
Lonzo Ball?
No, he never played out here.
Kawhi?
Knock off the board.
Wow.
Somebody had to come save that number.
Somebody had to do it, huh?
You feel me?
And why not be the guy to the right?
Why not?
Hailing out of H-Town. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One more time. Sal gonna hold it down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Standing at 6'3". UTSA's own.
The all-time, right?
All time. Yards and catches.
Catching everything you throw at
You know
him.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Joshua Cephus is in the building. What's going on, man?
Touchdown, Cephus.
I'll be right there where you need me. I'll be coming home. Straight back to the tone. Straight back to the hey.
To be honest, a lot of people don't know, but I played quarterback like all my life.
Really? Crazy.
Yeah, that was my dream coming out of high school. But
Yeah. You're in your senior year currently. You know what I'm saying? And finish up. Was that, a promise you made to moms? Or
it wasn't necessarily a promise, but it was always expected in my household.
what's the biggest misconception about you?
A lot of people have saw me as a low character person. I just feel like all my past interactions with people, you know what I'm saying? I feel like all that's just gonna outweigh what just happened.
No, for sure.
Yeah. Man, I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah.
Finna have a good time.
Man, listen, I appreciate you taking the time out your very busy schedule to come chop it up with us, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Man, so besides you just dominating the field and all that stuff, let's get it, talk about you personally, man. So for those who's been living under a rock and obviously not watching any UTSA games and know what's going on in these streets, man, who's Joshua Cephus, man?
Man, like you said, I'm from Houston, Texas. I grew up there all my life. Moved all around Houston for real. I went to DeCaney High School in the Spring area.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a real simple dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do too much.
Besides, pick on me as far as my eating habits. And, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's a crazy topic. You don't eat nothing, man.
Nah, man. So I know down, the Houston and San Antonio culture, obviously, I think is, two different, like night and day, if you ask me. So talk about the story of you coming to San Antonio, man, and that journey.
I don't know if y'all know who Frank Wilson is, but he used to coach at LSU. I think he's back at LSU now.
Okay.
So to be honest, a lot of people don't know, but I played quarterback like all my life.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Up until the last 5 to 7 games of my high school career. The story of me getting to play receiver is I had changed to receiver because Rice was my first offer. I thought they offered me as a quarterback.
Gotcha.
So when they offered me, which was the spring of my junior year, so going into my senior year, when they offered me, I was so happy, you know what I'm saying? Like my first offer, my brother was going to Rice.
Right.
My brother was going to Rice at the time, so when they offered me, man, I'm thinking I'm finna go and throw my brother some touchdowns,
That'd have been hard.
It would have been crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was my dream coming out of high school. But,
Yeah.
So I think I go to a camp, and they asked me, like, am I working at a receiver? And I'm like, why would I do that? And I'm a quarterback. A couple days later, I'm back at school, and you know how when you're getting recruited, college coaches come to the school.
Right.
I think it was ULL, University of Louisiana Lafayette.
Nice.
So they came to the school looking for me. So I came to the office with my head coach, and then he told me like they wanted to look at me or offer me as a receiver, and I'm like, where's all this coming from? And then later on, I figure out that because college coaches talk all the time, like all the time. So later on, I figure out that the Rice coaches are telling everybody else that they offered me as a receiver, but they never told me. So whenever I figured that out, and I figured out my first offer was as a receiver, I was like, I might as well just go ahead and switch.
Right.
Everybody started looking at me as a receiver. I only had five offers coming out of high school. Mm-hmm. It was Air Force, Southern Miss, Arkansas Pine Bluff, which was like a D3, so I wasn't even really worried about them. UTSA and Rice. I only got two offers as a quarterback, and it was Air Force and Arkansas Pine Bluff. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to just make that switch. Right. Fast forward to Coach Wilson coming to the school. He came to the school. Man, he got a mouthpiece on him. Like, man, he could talk. So sold the dream to me. I was really thinking about committing to Southern Miss. Like, yeah, for sure. You know, they got a great history. Right. Great history of beating good teams. So I felt like that was gonna be a good spot for me. It's in Mississippi. It's nothing in Mississippi. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't gonna be distracted
really sit
from
and focus.
And lock in. So
for sure.
I was really thinking about going to Southern Miss. Coach Wilson came, sold me the dream. So I ended up committing here. And when I got here, man, it was kind of hectic, to be honest, but because it was my first year. The only reason why I know it was hectic now because of Coach Taylor. You know what I'm saying? So. What I will say is Coach Wilson gave me my first chance, you know what I'm saying, like threw me in the fire. Right. I remember we played UIW. I want to say it was probably game 1 or 2. He threw me out there in probably second or third quarter, middle of the game, and he called a play specifically for me. So it's like get open, you know what I'm saying? I'll never forget it. It was a sluggo, a slant and go. So man, I line up. On a snap of the ball, DB put hands on me so fast I couldn't get off of it. It was like a welcome to college moment. So it just him putting me out there and letting me get in that fire so early, really made me realize like nah, like it ain't high school. You know what I'm saying? Like you finna have to go work and really transform into to a college football player. So and then Coach Taylor came. So. Whenever Coach Taylor was coming, or I heard that he was getting hired, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, man, like I don't know who this is. I was telling my position coach, who was Tony Ball at the time, I was telling him, wherever you go, I'm going, because I just believed in him so much. I feel like he was my ticket to the NFL. Sure. And then he told me, just wait, be patient, and I'm glad he told me that because that was the best advice he could have given me at the time. So he told me, wait, be patient. Just see who he is as a person at first. Sure. And so when Coach Taylor came, it was a like night and day difference between like him and Coach Wilson. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this, but I ain't trying to mess up Coach Wilson's name. But sure. So whenever Coach Wilson was here, man, players would fight. So he'll kind of let it happen. Right. Right after we doing a thing called birdcage, where 2 people line up. And go head to head. Oh, my bad. No, you good. Go head to head, basically. Mm-hmm. And you got to, like, block them until, like, the whistle blows, basically letting you know that you won. And he would, like, go, like, 10 times, like, to where you can barely, like, walk. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And compared to Coach Taylor, like, somebody fighting, he like, nah, bro, like how your mom and dad would do, bro. You're not supposed to be fighting your brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how Coach Taylor, like, displays the love for his players, and then it just really teaches you how to love your teammates. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what made me grow as a football player. The love that he showed and the love that I'm showing my teammates and what they show to me. He always say iron sharpens iron. So through the years that Coach Taylor has been here, we just been locked in to getting each other better. And I feel like that's what made me get here.
The situation with your brother going to Rice, like you said, I think, you being at Rice with your brother would have been cool. Yeah. But do you also think that maybe going to UTSA also was the better move? Because, Rice still is home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that, maybe subconsciously, maybe you getting away from home was the better move too?
I think it was. But at the time, I don't know if I was really thinking like that. I feel like I was thinking more of, if I'm gonna change my position, I'm not finna go to a sorry school.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to a better school that has a better record. You know what I'm saying? A better chance to win. So I just decided to come to UTSA.
UTSA, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then changing from, quarterback to wide receiver, obviously somebody's seen your skills, and for them to, the coaches for you to have those convos of like, nah, scout him as a wide receiver, like what made that conversation you think even happen? Was there a certain game that you, instead of running quarterback, they put you at, wide out, or how did that come to play?
Honestly, I feel like they saw my athletic ability, saw that I could run with the ball, and saw how I moved in the pocket or outside of the pocket.
Sure.
And then on top of that, it's a color thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a stigma against the black quarterback. You
Facts.
know. But nowadays, I want to say it's like 10 starting quarterbacks that are black in the NFL now.
Yes.
So it's getting, I guess, way more common for a black quarterback to be the leader of a team. So, but that was definitely a reason why they started looking at me as a receiver. 100%.
100%.
So what's wild to me, I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that you were originally a quarterback, man. But what would you say is some of like the main attributes that translate from a quarterback position to a wideout? Like, what are some of the...
My biggest attribute is ID and defenses, so like my IQ. I could tell you when a defense is in cover 3, man, cover 4, you know what I'm saying, what specific defenses it is, but I know when I'm getting the ball, when I'm not getting the ball, you know what I'm saying? Just because I know what defense they in and I know what holes are gonna be open and closed. So I think that's the biggest attribute I could take from being a quarterback.
Right, for sure.
Man, no wonder you catching everything, bro.
Yeah, because you're reading the defense and everything like that. Like,
Yeah.
that really gives you an advantage for sure.
100%.
Damn, that's crazy. Because it gives the game a different perspective when, because obviously, I mean, I never played football. Even me coming from a football school, like seeing, you got to respect the players for knowing the IQ and knowing certain reads and things like that. And obviously, even during the summers in practice, I could tell the story. I quit my first practice.
Yeah.
Because let me not Tab laughing in the back. Nah, listen, let me tell you what happened. So, and this is middle school too. This is when I knew I wasn't built for football.
Yeah.
So the coach was like, obviously we're doing drills in the summer, and the summer heats in here in Texas is hot. It's excruciating, like extremely hot. So I decided to go get some water. Coach was like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "I'm getting water. I'm thirsty."
Yeah.
He's like, "No, you're not. Get back on the field. We're not getting water yet. Go back and run these drills."
Yeah.
So no, I'm going home. I took my pants off and I was going.
I can't have no water right now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thirsty. I'm about to die. And then you tell I can't have no water yet? Like, you tripping, coach. Like, I'm out of here. And he was like, "Go ahead, Adams. Go ahead and go home." I was like, later. Peace. Where you want to put these pads at? You know what I'm saying? I went and walked home, went to Sonic and got me the Route 44 lemonade and some tots. Straight up.
Yeah. Oh, so you like tater tots?
Oh, I'm a fan of taters. Okay. I'm a potato guy.
Yeah.
I love potatoes.
So you like baked potatoes? Oh my gosh. How you a potato guy? But
okay. Listen, I do baked potatoes, but just like maybe just butter.
Plain.
Just butter. None of the works. Just
no bacon, no chives, no sour cream.
And I like bacon, but I just never threw bacon bits in my potatoes. I guess I never tried it. I never thought about doing it. Why are you looking at me?
How do you not put bacon on a baked potato? What are we doing?
Listen, I never thought of doing it, and I love bacon too. I just never thought of doing it.
Yeah.
I know people are probably looking and watching like, yo, Mazi tripping, right?
Tripping. You gotta try it though. I think you'll probably mess with it.
Yeah, I probably would for sure.
Yo,
for
sure. So Joshua, so obviously I think you're familiar with Travis. Is it Hunter?
Yeah.
From Colorado. When you were talking about reading defenses,
yes.
Man, do you think you can translate to like the other side of the field?
Yeah, I feel like I can. The only thing would be just getting used to like tackling big running backs and all of that. Like,
gotcha.
That's the only difference. Like, I feel like I'm physical enough, but it's just learning how to tackle again. I haven't played defense since like my 8th grade or like freshman year of high school. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So like I had to learn how to tackle and all that, but I definitely know. I would know how to play cover 3, 4, 2, all of that.
At this point, do you feel comfortable like calling yourself like a wideout? Like that's what you would potentially go into, hopefully, like the NFL,
Right.
or any other, or the next level of professional football?
100%. I do believe I'm a receiver now, a wide receiver right now. So, I feel like if I get that chance in NFL, I could show I'm a receiver. You know.
Facts, because I mean, seeing the highlights, I think Screw's got some highlights here that we're gonna look at. What gets the Cougars?
Yeah, U of H.
Listen, man. All right, so obviously being from Houston, University of Houston would have been one of those schools. It was like cool, we've been playing at home, but
Yeah.
you know, obviously at this moment going against the Cougars, man, was this one of those moments for you where it was like, yeah, I'm going against my hometown, and then show them what they missed out on, kind of thing, right?
Most definitely.
Talk about it, man.
Yeah, man. I had to get at them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think I was 9 for 123 this game. Yeah, no cap. I had a little chip on my shoulder.
Yeah.
For not offering me, you know what I'm saying? I'm right there in the backyard, you know, come get
Facts.
me. So.
Come on, man, come get you. I mean, I'm right here at the crib.
Yeah.
And now you had to go out there and stunt a little bit.
Do you have a lot
Facts.
of family at this game?
Nah, yeah, it was probably like 10 or 12 people there for me.
That's hard.
Yeah, it definitely felt good to see them there.
Oh. Nah, that's hard, man.
Appreciate you.
Nah, so obviously when it comes to the next level of, you know, professional football, man, the grind don't stop. You know what I'm saying? So what's your schedule looking like, even trying to, you know, prepare yourself for the next level, man?
Man, honestly, get extra work in when I can. You know what I'm saying? Busy schedule. I get up at like 6. I gotta be at the school at 6:30 for rehab and treatment. Mm-hmm. That's like an hour. Meeting start at 7:30. We got a team meeting for like 15 minutes. Then we got special teams for like 15 minutes. So it's like 8 o'clock now. Then we have position meetings for like another 30 minutes. We on the field at like 8:40, 8:45. A 2-hour practice. So it's like 10:45, almost 11.
Dang.
Sometimes on Monday and Wednesday, I got class at 12. So right after practice, I'm going to class.
Right.
On Tuesday and Thursday, I got class at 2:30. Mm-hmm. So I got a little break in between. Most of the time, I'm taking a nap. As soon as practice is over, I'm taking a shower,
I was
getting
gonna say,
dressed.
man, like when you gonna have time to get some type of rest in?
I every time I get a chance, I'm taking a nap. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Most of the time, I'm done. I'm done for the day at like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work though, getting put in for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, but so I mean, you on go from the morning till that's
till
wild.
nighttime. Yeah.
For sure.
Facts.
You're in your senior year currently. You know, growing up, especially in a predominantly, you know, black household or whatever, you know, the goal is to go to college. You know what I'm saying, and finish up. Was that, you know, a promise you made to moms, or was that, you know, your own promise to graduate from UTSA and get your degree, and then, you know, football cool, but the degree is first?
It wasn't necessarily a promise, but it was always expected in my household. Like,
Gotcha.
Like you going to college, it was never no question. Like, dang,
For sure.
Like, damn, am I finna go to college or nah? It was like.
Your ass is going to college. You're going to school, bro.
Exactly. It was always an expectation. So
sure.
I really didn't have to make a promise, but I definitely feel like me being locked in and doing that, my parents would be very proud that I stayed focused to finish school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And getting a degree definitely helps. You know what I'm saying? When you get a family, and because football don't last forever.
Sure.
Yeah. So. It definitely helps to have a degree.
Yeah. What'd you major in, by the way?
Multidisciplinary studies.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if you know what it is, but
I
basically,
was like, that sounds interesting. I've never heard of that. I've heard other, you know, courses, like whether it be kinesiology or you know, psychology and things of that nature, but multiple. Go ahead.
So basically, out of all the majors you choose, like the 3 majors you want to learn, and then they call them your focus areas. So my focus areas are business, sociology, and kinesiology. So they teach me all 3 of those majors.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, dog. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Yeah.
It stressed me out thinking about it.
Yo, so I mean, to Mazi's point, man, I got a quick. If we can go back to when you were a kid, man. So like, what was instilled in you either by your parents or extended family to get you to the level of wanting to either better yourself or want to, either go to college, the pros, etc.?
Respect was big. Like it was a yes sir, no sir household.
Yep.
Yes ma'am, no ma'am.
Yep.
Like, man, you listen the first time they say something, ain't no talking back. You know what I'm saying? You say something back, you getting slapped in the mouth.
Yeah.
Shoot. Really, my dad taught me how to shake hands, look him in the eye.
Look 'em in
you
the
know what
eye,
I'm saying? Make
sure.
sure you're not sitting down when you shake somebody's hand, stand up. My dad also taught me how to be very humble. At a young age, and not even necessarily football, but definitely baseball. At a young age, I was a pretty good athlete. I kind of had a mouth on me too, so whenever I felt like I was finna do something, I'm gonna say it.
Sure.
So my dad would always say, as soon as you start talking, you know what I'm saying, you always mess up, and it was always true. As soon as I started talking and I was doing good or whatever, I always ended up messing up or doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? My dad was like, if you're not gonna humble yourself, God gonna humble you. So from a young age, I learned how to be humble very quick. And God taught me how to be humble very quick. So I think that was huge. And my dad was also a very good disciplinarian. You know what I'm saying? Like, very good at it.
You out of line. It'll let you know.
I'm telling you. So, like, I would never forget. And I hope I'm old now. So, man,
Sure.
it shouldn't be. CPS can't be called. So, look, man, look. I don't know if I ever heard of a 12-inch glue stick.
No.
Listen to me.
Talk to me.
You don't want to hear. You don't want to feel that. So, switches leave marks.
Right.
Glue sticks don't. So with a switch, you can be like,
Say.
I got a welt.
I got a welt, but a glue stick, yo.
You can't do that. You know,
that's a different type of parent for sure.
It's another level. So
That's different.
man. So he was a very good disciplinarian, and I'm so grateful for him because now that I'm older, I see why he did it. I know why he did it. It was all out of love. To have me on a straight path, on a straight line, to learn how to be disciplined and learn to respect other people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he definitely taught me how to be very disciplined. My mom definitely she showed me how to be a gentleman. She every Valentine's Day take me on dates, taught me how to open the door for a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Whether you like her or not, she's a woman. Respect her.
Right.
Open the door for her. Just simple stuff like that a lot of people don't really do anymore. And I'm grateful for my mom for showing me those things.
No, because I can relate because I do that to my daughter now. Like whenever I'm like my daughter and I go out somewhere by ourselves, I open the door for her. You know, car door. Like she pretty much don't touch anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that way, obviously, it comes a time where a boyfriend, she's gonna like somebody and they like her and they go on dates and everything. She knows what to expect.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if you happen to be one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
but yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I feel you 1,000%.
You know, obviously, I think we all grew up, and obviously you're younger, Joshua, but like I think we all grew up in a household that was like respect was above all, and it was, I think, just so that, because at least me, man, I hung out with friends who didn't have a parent like that, and unfortunately, man, some of them ain't alive right now, and then some of them are locked up.
Right.
Yeah. 100%.
And I think it's because of that, you know, personally. But, you know, in retrospect, right now, man, you hear stories of like the parent was trying to discipline the kid, and now the parent's in trouble, type shit. You know what I mean? So, like, what do y'all think about stuff like that? Because there's countless stories now. You can just Google them, but parents are trying to discipline their kids. Now, obviously, there's a limit. There's a limit, obviously, for sure, between discipline and abuse. But I think we all had parents that walked that line very tightly, but very well. Yeah, you know.
Sure.
So, what's y'all's outlook on that scenario right now?
I really just feel like it's a line, and it shouldn't be crossed. But as long as you don't cross that line, you can discipline your child how you feel is the correct way. Matter of fact, as you say that, man, I remember I think it was Adrian Peterson got in trouble for whipping his son with a switch or something.
Right.
And got in trouble for that. Like, I feel like that's crazy. Like, unless it's a branch of the tree, like, he should be able to, you know what I'm saying, be able to whip his son with a switch. I don't feel like a switch is is crazy, but maybe that's just because like that's how I grew up. Bro.
Right. I think that's just how it is, especially us, down south, in Texas, that's what we grew up on with switches, you know what I'm saying? And that's just generations of, even my mother, when she, she got her whoopings, it was a switch.
Switch, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think, like you said, I think there's a line there between abuse and, disciplinary, you know what I'm saying? Being disciplined. It's just nowadays those lines get blurred and people don't know what is what.
Yeah. It's really just a line between abuse with what you can whoop your child with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't grab that board right there,
the drum machine right here?
You can't grab him and beat him with that, you know what I'm saying? But
for sure.
You can whip him with a belt. You should not get in trouble for whipping your son or daughter with a belt, you know what I'm saying?
I try to be the disciplinarian, but with my daughter, she's already so sensitive and sentimental. Like
you don't need it.
I don't need to. I raise my voice, and that's enough for her.
Yeah.
Or even just the simple, I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah, yeah.
And she, waterworks, like, you know what I'm saying? It's over from that. She's like, oh my God, and I didn't have to put a hand on her, but it just, I guess it's the approach.
Yeah.
But I think with men, I think it has to be a little different. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I don't have a son. So I can't really tell that story. I can only tell from my story with me growing up. But I think with men, the disciplinary needs to be a little more different than versus just a voice. You know what I'm saying? 100%. I think just raising your voice is not gonna not affect us like that.
What I feel like I've seen and learned over time is like everybody don't need a whooping.
Sure.
Cause like you say, you could just talk to your daughter and she'll get the waterworks.
Right.
I've seen a couple young kids young boys that don't necessarily need whoopings, because I feel like that's another level of different of understanding for children.
Yeah, I agree.
For some kids, because they're a little more emotional than the other. You know what I'm saying? And some of them hard headed, and you gotta get through to them another way. But
yeah,
I do feel like some of them you could talk to and they'll get the point.
Yeah. So obviously, with you being the big figure that you are in the city, man, have you talked to a lot of these kids lately that want to walk in your path and stuff like that? And if so, what's that been like?
Man, it's been great. Man, Jiggity J, Jalen Myers, and Tevin, they've been doing a great job of putting me out there and connecting me in the city. So I appreciate y'all for that. Shout out to y'all for that. It's been a great experience. I just got through talking to some high school kids today at Harlan. The Harlan Hawks. They got a game Friday.
Okay.
They 12-0 right now, and they play Cibolo still. And you know Cibolo still, like,
they ain't no joke.
Yeah, so they gotta lock in and go do their thing. But I really just talked to them about adversity, how it can come in so many different shapes and forms.
Sure.
You just gotta stay positive and stay level headed to get through that. And then I explained to them basically what it took to get to the next level, which is a lot of focus, a lot of time management on when you can have fun, when you gotta work, when you gotta work out. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Then I just really gave them some words of encouragement to go do their thing on Friday. So
yeah,
it was a good time. I felt good energy from them. I feel like they had a smooth time, and I feel like they received the message well too.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's dope, man. Yeah, I listen. When it comes to steel, like that's a football school. It ain't no joke, man.
Yeah.
So and I think Tevin, you said Steel's undefeated too right now?
No, they're 11-1.
Oh, they're 11-1.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, that's crazy. John Jay's undefeated. John Jay was happening.
Hey, way to shake it off.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, for sure. No, but that's cool, man. Because I'm sure like how important your voice is to the people. You know what I'm saying? And then making them relate. You can relate to them, and giving them words of encouragement. I'm sure they're gonna go out and go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I would say get the W, but because we want to see, man.
We gotta see.
We gotta see, man.
We all know stiff. No cap.
Nah,
stiff.
For sure. I feel like I have to ask, man. What's the biggest misconception about you?
Right now, I would say my DWI.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people, like, I guess just think that that's like a consistent thing in my life. You know what I'm saying? I think that was just like one of the, not even one. That was the biggest mistake of my life. Like,
sure.
Like, I don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get in trouble like that. But
sure.
I think since that happened, a lot of people have saw me as a low character person, or Man, I've seen a lot, man. That's really the main thing, a low character person. But I feel like I'm gonna overcome that. I'm going through that right now.
Sure.
Taking a punishment. I feel like I'm doing well with that. Trying to move forward. Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest misconception about me right now.
Yeah.
I think a lot. I think a lot of that, because obviously, we tuned in. You know what I'm saying? So but one thing I noticed, man, is that like, given the incident and how much weight it carries, not in your case, but in general.
Yeah.
Right. And then you add on the fact that you're like balling out here.
Yeah.
I wonder how much of that is the news looking for opportunities to just get clicks or you know what I'm saying? Because after speaking with you and hearing from you and your upbringing, it just seems like you're a 22-year-old kid who made a mistake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the news is like almost, it just seems like, and not, I'm not shitting on them per se, but like, it just seems like they're looking for an opportunity to find a moment to be like, oh, you remember this? You remember he did this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Instead of putting somewhere where like you just talk to these kids trying to get them to level up for this game coming up or whatever whatever community meeting or whatever you're doing. Mm-hmm. I just think at some point, man, it's cool for you to be able to speak on that in the way and give background in the way you have been. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, agreed. And I feel like early on, if you would have asked me that, I probably wouldn't have brought it up.
Sure.
Cause it was like weighing heavy on me. But now that I'm past that and I realize myself that like it was a mistake. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Cause I feel like I hold myself to such a high standard. Like my standard is way higher than anybody else could think of me. So it just weighed so heavy on me when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely depressed for a little minute.
Sure.
But coming out from the other side, you know what I'm saying? It's just another thing that God put in my life that I could use to help other people, you know what I'm saying? To stop them from doing it. And it definitely made me a better person, you know. Just helped me lock in way more mature than what I would have been.
Sure.
I'm grateful for it, to be honest.
Like you said, it's a lesson.
Yeah.
That that you learned, and then growing from that. I think that's what's key. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Growing from that, and then becoming the better person that you are today. Because even telling your story, I could tell it was a mistake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
But just hearing your story and your upbringing and who you are as a person, I think it outshines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That
100%.
And I think lastly, man, just so we can move on, like one thing you said that just sticks out to me right now was that, you said God would humble you. And,
right.
And it just sounds like, not to say you weren't humble or nothing like that, but you might have just came across a situation, man, where God had to remind you, like, hey, man, there's a path I got for you.
Right.
And you going left, my boy. Come this way.
That's exactly what it was. It happened right after we won our second championship. The highest that I've ever been in my life, like
sure.
As far as accomplishments, as far as feeling good, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Very, very prideful at that moment.
Sure.
So like exactly like he said, God was like, hey bro, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
you gotta lock in, you know?
You gotta sit down a little bit and lock in for sure. You gotta focus, dog.
Exactly. So, man, again, I'm just grateful for that, and I'm also grateful that it wasn't worse than what it was. You know, Henry Ruggs killed somebody from doing exactly what I did.
Yeah.
I just hurt a little car. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That we can always get that back. You can't get a life back.
You can't get a life back for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to these, obviously the combine, that's you, like the drills and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The interview part, you know what I'm saying? Do you think you're mentally prepared for that part, you know what I'm saying, and getting through that part as well?
Yeah, 100%. They definitely gonna ask me about it.
Right.
So like, all I gotta do is just talk to them how I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Just be straightforward. Because 9 times out of 10, they already know. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like you said, they on the phone. They doing they talking.
They
talking
talking to everybody. Man. Like they go back from middle school, probably elementary. To be honest.
Yeah, we seen draft day. We seen draft.
Yeah,
day.
we seen draft.
Hey, exactly. You know what I'm saying? They talk to everybody. So,
yeah, man.
I just feel like all my past interactions with people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like all that's just gonna outweigh what just happened.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Man, so I got a question, man. Okay, so first off, Marvin Cephus. That's your uncle, correct?
Yeah.
So he made it to the league.
Yeah.
So you are in what I would call a 6th degree at all times of the league.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be like there, bro? You feel me? Like you are, really just preparation and opportunity away from making it to the league and being on my fantasy league. You feel me? Because I fucking suck this year.
Man, it feels good. It feels good to know that the work that I'm putting in is actually starting to show. It's also keeping me very locked in because I can't have no slip ups right now. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
My dad always say like my foot is in the door. Like you just gotta walk in.
Yeah.
So continue to prepare the right way. Keep my number one focus on God, and everything will take care of itself.
Facts.
100%.
Are you prepared to hear that nonsense too about fantasy leagues, dog?
Man,
Like, why ain't you produced, bro?
Man, somebody already like whenever the situation happened, I missed the bowl game.
Right.
So somebody text me, somebody DM me on Instagram and was like, man, you messed up my fantasy team. And I'm looking like, man, like, do you know what just happened? And you worry about fantasy, but nah, yeah, it was crazy, yeah. But I think I'm looking forward to that, to be honest. Yeah. I think that's cool. Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know. Shout out my partner Ryan Shazier, man. He I know he was on the show, The League, and then he, we talk all the time on like the Xbox and stuff like that. But he talks about how people would hit him up about fantasy. Yeah. Whenever he was playing at the time, he was like, "Bro, it was so ridiculous, like how these people are." But yeah, I think people just need to understand, like, obviously you're an athlete and you gonna do what you do, and I think people should just expect that. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's probably gonna be annoying at one point where people are gonna be in your ear talking crazy like, "Yo, fantasy." Yeah, man. So with that being said, man, is there? I mean, obviously you want to get to the league, but is there a set team?
Man, I would just be grateful for anybody to pick me
anybody?
up.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm not at this point. I'm not picky about the NFL. You know what I'm saying? The NFL is the NFL, no matter what team you're on.
Facts.
If I had a choice somewhere in the South, preferably nowhere cold, you know what I'm saying? But the money talking would definitely warm me up.
Absolutely.
So I don't have no problem. I don't have no problem playing in the cold.
I'll cop whatever jacket you need.
You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter, to be honest. I'd just be grateful to get picked up.
And then obviously, growing up, were you playing Madden and stuff like that as a kid?
100%.
Yeah?
100%.
So creating your player as a fantasy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So okay, so let's take it there. Were you a quarterback or were you a wide receiver?
I was a quarterback. Quarterback touched the ball the most. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts.
Every play.
Yeah.
No cap. I want the ball in my hand.
Right. So obviously growing up, was that one of your dreams too, to see you in the Madden video game, like seeing Cephus on the back of your jersey?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. With the little star under you with the name, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, man. I miss those Maddens for sure. The Madden 05, the 08. Yeah, man.
Nah, for
crazy.
sure. So even with the NIL deals and stuff like that, now obviously that's been a big conversation as far as, athletes getting paid and things like that. And then they just announced that NCAA football is coming back. And, now the players getting their names on their jerseys and possibly getting residuals from that, man.
Yeah.
Talk about that for a little bit, man, as far as, because obviously you hear these stories, and it's more or less horror stories about these athletes, going through the curriculum and going through school and not getting paid for their, likeness, and then these intuitions are getting buku amount of money,
So much.
crazy amount of money from, off of y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk about that for a little bit.
Man, it's been such a blessing. Was it my freshman year we didn't have it? Yeah, my freshman year we didn't have it. And it was pretty crazy, pretty tight, you know what I'm saying? The ramen noodles every day.
Yeah.
Going to the calf. I'm sorry. No disrespect UTSA, but we definitely got to get some better food in the calf.
Sure.
But man, just having a kind of like live like frugally, and really like kind of be stingy with your money and what you spend it on. Now I have a little more freedom to do more. You know what I'm saying? If I want to, I can go buy some clothes right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I could not do that a couple years ago. I'm just grateful for the 210 City fans, 210 Inspired. Who else, man? Fritz Kennels. Shout out to Fritz Kennels.
Okay.
Man, Andrew Waterman, Steezy. Man, all y'all, I'm just so grateful to y'all. Y'all definitely have changed my life these last couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's dope. And so you've been, speaking of Steezy, you've been kicking it with Keldon a lot lately, man. So how's that been, kicking with him for a little bit,
And I got a question about your allegiances in Houston, man.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
You know what I'm saying? Because we already know here it's Spurs.
Yeah.
Obviously, you get the vibe. You know what I mean?
It's up for debate.
Yeah.
Listen, there's guys like the guy right there, man. that
Go
just-
Lakers.
for some reason. But you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously now UTSA is the other big game in town.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's only happened maybe in the past 10 years or so. Growing up, right? Like, were you a Rockets fan? Were you a certain, you know what I'm saying, a certain football fan?
If I'm being so honest, when I was growing up as far as football, it was University of Texas.
UT?
Like nobody couldn't tell me like I ain't bleed like burnt orange. Like,
Yeah.
This was like Vince Young days?
Yes. Vince Young to like Colt McCoy days. Like
Okay.
I'm talking about like I'm
greats.
bleeding. Yeah, I'm bleeding
Yeah.
burnt orange. Like couldn't nobody tell me I wasn't going to UT.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as the Houston teams, I wasn't necessarily I was a fan of Houston, but I wasn't just diehard like that. My mom was a huge Dallas fan, so like
Okay.
she likes the Cowboys, so I was always watching the Cowboys too. Of course, I love the Astros. I love the Astros. That's my team. That's my team
And
in
you
baseball.
played baseball too, right?
Yeah, facts.
What position?
I pitched and played shortstop.
You pitch too?
Yeah. Really, I do it all.
No, that makes sense because
I'm telling
you were quarterback and you pitched.
Yeah.
All right,
nice.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Okay. So what was the fastest pitch?
90, like 88.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's crazy.
Facts.
Nah, like 80.
Yeah.
Nah, listen, because pitching is crazy.
Yeah, I used to do that for real.
Yeah.
I be telling everybody like I was probably better in baseball than I am in football. Like
Really?
yeah, 100%. And it's crazy because like, man, I was supposed to play baseball in college, but like it ain't work out like that.
work out?
Yeah, but so now I feel like a little has been, like man, I used to be good in baseball. Like
now you tell your war stories about how nice you were.
You know what I'm saying? Now everybody like, man, you ain't play no baseball. Like,
like, boy, I was nice.
you know what I'm saying? Like, but that wasn't my path.
Nah.
Yeah.
man. Nah, that's crazy though. Like, because baseball, especially where it is today, them boys are making paper.
So much money.
It's crazy, dog.
So much money. It's crazy.
It's stupid, man.
And it's guaranteed.
Right. That's the other part. It's guaranteed.
Like that's my money. You know what I'm
there's no
saying?
incentives in order for me to get that money. Like
No.
that's me. If I sign for 160 mil,
I'm getting it.
I'm getting 160 mil.
Man.
It's crazy. Nah, that's crazy. And so you say you're an Astros fan. I ain't gonna hold you. I still got to beef for the Astros from the World Series.
Who's your team?
The
Oh,
Dodgers.
you talking about
the Dodgers
Oh, okay.
when they was cheating.
Oh, we ain't talking about that.
Kinda. Man, everybody really do that. Everybody try to steal signals.
No, they do. They do be stealing
I
signals.
mean,
man.
we kind of did it in a different way, but
Y'all did it better.
you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
nah, for sure. I mean, and I think, like you said, it does happen in all sports too. Because even with the whole with the Patriots, you know what I'm saying, with trying to go to people's games and stealing like that. Like I could imagine like how slick stuff gets, man, and people trying to read, even the coach's mouth, even when they got the clipboard, like,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying. So that's another thing too. I guess we can kind of go back on that. When it comes to football and studying the playbook, man, like how long does that take for you to even study, and as far as routes and things like that? Because to me, that's another work ethic in itself. Trying to memorize certain.
And
things.
furthermore, man, like I don't know if you've seen the quarterback doc on Netflix.
Quarterbacks with Kirk Cousins and Pat
Yeah.
Mahomes and man.
Obviously, I think y'all got different books, but like I mean, you having a quarterback background, is there a big difference between whatever playbook the offense has versus the quarterback? Like,
since I played quarterback, like learning the plays, I learned as a quarterback. So like I have to if I just learn like the exposition, like it's not gonna feel right to me. So like I learn every like what everybody gotta do on the field, what everybody gotta do on the field. So like just by knowing that, it gives me an opportunity to stay on the field. You know what I'm saying? So I can go from X to F to Z. You know, so just learning what everybody does, like it don't really feel right, like to just be at Z and I know I got to post on this. Like what is he doing? You know? Like in order to play together as a receiving core, you got to know what each player is doing. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you got two receivers on one side, you got to learn how to mesh together. You know, you got to learn. I feel like it's all chemistry too. So like once you know, then you got to start building that chemistry up to where y'all know. Let's say you got like two crossing routes, like a post and a corner. So like you got to mesh at some point. So just knowing that he got that, I feel like is already puts you in a better situation than if you didn't know he running like a corner and you running a post.
Right, for sure.
Yeah,
I think that's also important too. When you, like you said, team of chemistry, man. You gotta know what the other man is doing, especially if y'all running, with each other. Yeah. And I think that's you also, like you said, from a quarterback position. You learning, taking the extra effort to learn everything else. So that way, not only you prepare to, with everybody else and what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? It just helps you better out in that position that way.
100%.
It's that IQ that you said. You know?
Yeah. And speaking of chemistry, I mean, do you, and I'm just fascinated by your background in QB, but like, does your relationship with Frank Harris, does that help, with your background and him? Because obviously y'all connected on the field in general. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it helps so much, I feel like. Cause he knows that I play quarterback. And I see what everybody doesn't see. So like, let's say I'm running a route or something and it's a bad ball and it goes somewhere, man. I'm not saying, man, hey man, give me the ball. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know what it looked like to have 300-pound D linemen coming in your face.
Right, for
you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they coming free, nobody touching them.
Right.
So like, man, it's
pause.
I ain't even.
Hey, yo, we gonna have to clean this language up, bro. We gotta clean this up.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Oh my God, yeah, Tim, my bad, bro.
Yo, Cameron, what's happening? Man. Cameron Mace was good.
Yeah, man. But I can't even say I know what that's like. I don't know what that's like. But man, that's crazy. That was a crazy one for sure.
That was crazy. Oh my God.
I mean, chasing after you. You know what I'm saying? There we go. I gotta switch it up.
Nah, for sure.
I know what it's like to have him chasing after you. So like, man, I ain't gonna complain about a bad ball. I just tell Frank, just put it in my area. You know what I'm saying? Just put it around me, I'm gonna catch it. So
for sure.
I feel like whenever it comes to the plays, when I'll tell him what I don't like, what I do like, most of the time he'll agree, or it's the opposite. He'll tell me what he does like, what he doesn't like, and I'll agree because it's just I don't know, it's different, man. I feel like it's not easy.
Right.
That's why they get paid the big money.
For sure.
The big bucks. It's not an easy job, you know what I'm saying? So, man, matter of fact, shout out to Frank Harris, man.
Yeah, man.
My quarterback, making big plays all the time.
Nah, for sure, man. That chemistry between you and Harris got to be important.
Yeah.
Y'all basically got to be on the same page.
On the same page every time.
Yeah, and his jersey's going to get up there with the Spurs, bro.
Nah, for sure.
For sure.
Man, they probably going to retire 0. Shoot, yeah.
And speaking of throwing up the air and go get it, man, what was the moment like when you reached that milestone of being the all-time, for yards received and catch, man?
Man, it was crazy. I wasn't thinking about it in the moment.
Right. So you just went out there and played.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. So when I heard the commentator like announce it, like it was crazy. Like I thought about it, like dang, like
it clicked,
like I did, like I did just do that, like. But I just want to say, man, all glory to God. You know what I'm saying? My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, man. I couldn't do it without him. Number one in my life for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's dope. Because I'm on screw. Obviously, you're gonna pull up the clip.
Yeah.
Long jump.
Nah, that ain't me.
I was gonna say
you a track star though.
I used to do high jump though.
Really?
6'11".
Wow.
6'11". I'm telling you, yeah.
Nah,
I used to do high jump
a Swiss
for sure.
Army knife.
I was gonna say you was a dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
track like
That used to be my. I lost probably twice in my whole career
and track.
in track from my sophomore year to my senior year.
Oh,
Both times were in state.
Yo, Josh really do this, dog.
Nah,
Like,
yeah.
he really do
when
this.
it came to that, bro, like it was. I ain't gonna lie, track season used to be so crazy, no cap. Cause like,
No, I've heard stories about tracks, man. Like, listen, but that and the relays, like I know
it used to be crazy. So, man, it got to the point where man, I'm walking up to like check in to the high jump and start like warming up or whatever. Man, I see people like walking over like man, you finna jump right now? You finna jump right now? I'm like, nah, like I'm awake because everybody used to come in like 5'8", 5'10", like my first jump was always 6'4". So like by the time I start jumping, like 5 people eliminated.
That's crazy.
So it's just me and like two more people.
Yeah.
So like I'm just watching them and I'm looking at technique and all that. So like I'm like, yeah, he not getting over 6'2".
Dang.
Hit it. He out. You know what I'm saying? So like my first jump, 9 times out of 10, I'm winning.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
what was the jump that got you out of there?
that's what I'm saying. Like I would keep going.
That's what I'm saying.
9 times out of 10 after I won, probably the highest I've had to jump in competition was like 6'10".
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then my PR was 6'11".
Okay, hold on. But before you continue, like people, y'all got to put that in perspective. So you're running and then you jump and you got to flex your back over the bar, and the bar is at 6'11".
6'11". Yeah. Yeah.
Dog.
Man, jumping over Zach Collins.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, yeah, that's crazy. I just took a picture with Zach. Like,
Did you say I
like a couple weeks ago. Nah, yeah, to look at him and think like that's what I was doing in high school. Like, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's crazy. I was gonna say, ain't that your boy? Ain't that Tim's height too?
That's my dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he just jumped over Tim. Look what I did there. Go Lakers.
Hey man, speaking of the best basketball team in the league right now,
the Lakers.
you be
We
kicking
can talk
with
about it.
Nah.
So LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? You fuck with LeBron or not?
He cool, bro. I think he good.
There you go.
Nah, no.
Hey, birds up.
Nah, hold on.
There you go, birds up.
Nah, he good for sure. Like definitely one of the best. But like I'm a Jordan Kobe guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm with that.
I know that when I walked in, that's the first thing I saw right there.
Yeah, man.
I ain't gonna lie. If I ever get a chance to meet LeBron, you know what I'm saying, it would be great. But
Sure.
like,
For sure.
man, I just don't feel like he got the same killer mentality as like Kobe and Michael. Like,
Facts.
I feel like he be chilling. And
Listen, I'm rolling with you. Keep going.
And
Keep
the
going.
reason why I'm
friendly.
saying, yeah, like that's what it is. The reason why I'm saying that, like, I remember, I don't know, I can't remember what year. I think it was 2016. It may have been the first or second time they played the Warriors. And man, I just remember it's like 3 minutes left. They only down by like 9 or 10. And man, I just remember him like checking himself out the game, like, and sitting down. And I'm like, bro, like Kobe and Michael are not doing that. Like,
Talk about
like
it.
every single game, they're trying to win. Like at
Yes.
whatever cost, like it don't
100%.
matter what it is, they trying to win every game. Like they play every game. They not missing a game. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You talking about workload. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about that like in his 20, like 28, 30. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I just think they had a different mentality. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
He's definitely a great basketball player though.
No, for
You
sure.
know, I ain't taking nothing from him.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
I always tell
I
Mazi.
can't take nothing from him.
Yeah, I always tell Mazi, man, I like LeBron James off the court. But
Yeah.
on the court, nah, I don't mess with.
Yeah.
So what I meant was the best sports team in team sports, the Spurs. You be kicking it with Keldon and them sometimes, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Here and there.
Yeah, here and there.
So I mean, as far as like being a one of the bigger student athletes out here in the city, I mean, what's that like for you, just kind of day to day, man? Just rubbing shoulders or just kind of being out and about with some of these other athletes out here.
For one, another shout out to Jay Sports Management. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Jalen and Tevin. I think that just shows the work that they put in to market me and put me on that platform as the Spurs. then I feel like it really show you how big UTSA football has become.
Yeah,
because man, a couple years ago, nobody was messing with the Spurs, clicking with the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? But I think that just shows how big UTSA football and how successful we've gotten. That the city's behind us, damn near just as much as the Spurs now. So, I think that's huge, man. It's pretty cool.
I'll be honest, man. I think the Alamo Dome was vacant for a minute, dog.
Yeah,
now
y'all
it's y'all's house now.
Yeah.
It's y'all's house now. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Like
they say, pack the dome.
Pack the dome. It be jumping. Yeah.
even the tailgate videos that I see, man, like people really out there, like it's a function at the tailgates, dog.
Having a good time at the tailgates, like it's a party, like.
Yeah, it's dope to see that, man, because the closest I ever got to that was UT. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I'd be out there here and there, but like it's not on that level, but it's dope to see we have a version of that. Yeah. And you are directly responsible for that, which is dope, man. It's really dope to see.
Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Man, I always say, even as much as a diehard Laker fan that I am,
yeah,
when the Spurs win and when UTSA wins, it's always beautiful for the city to really just give it up and we all just rock with each other because of what y'all do, and even with the Spurs, I guess. But
nah, say it loud.
But mainly for what the UTSA and the Birds do when y'all bring a chip home to the city. The whole city just kind of shuts down and unites and really just rock with each other because of what y'all did and the hard work that y'all's put in. You know what I'm saying? For the city,
it's a beautiful thing for sure.
Yeah, man. And obviously, what y'all got going on this season is dope, and I want to congratulate you for everything you've done in your career. You know what I mean, and much success to you in the next level. You know what I'm saying, for sure. Before I get out of here, I always Scrooge, you got one more question?
No, man, go ahead, man. But I'm with Mazi, man. Thank you first off for coming through. Thank you for everything you do on and off the field, man.
Yes.
And honestly, man, just here, I'm glad that I heard your upbringing and your background, man, because it makes sense. Hearing that and meeting the person that I met today, it makes sense, bro. So I mean, I hope and wish everything goes well for you, man, in the future for sure.
Thank you, man, and thank y'all for having me.
Come on, man. Yeah, easy call. For sure. So one last question, man. Josh Cephus, the man you are now, goes and talks to 8-year-old Josh Cephus, what would you tell him?
I would say, man, just walk with your eyes up, meaning like, just walk with God. Because at the time that I was at the lowest in my life, I feel like that was probably the least amount of God that I had in my life. Walk with God your whole life. Don't take a break from God. Stay consistent in the Word and praying and talking to Him. And when He's number one, everything will take care of itself. You know what I'm saying? Literally everything will fall in place after God is first. So I would just tell him, stay consistent no matter what, through everything, through the success, through the bad times. Even through the bad times, that's the time to run towards God, not away from Him. I think that's what I tell him.
That's what's up, man.
Very dope, man.
Very dope.
Appreciate y'all, man.
No, come on, man. So if they want to get a hold of you and follow you and see what you got going on, where can they find you at, man?
Man, y'all can follow me at Joshua Cephus, CEPHUS is Cephus, Joshua Cephus _ on Instagram, Joshua _Cephus on Snapchat, and then on Twitter is Joshua Cephus.
All right. Boy, Mazi's World, or at Mazi's World Official on everything. Squirrels, where can they find you at?
Packing the dome, my boy.
You know what I'm saying? Find me tailgating, trying to find where the chicken tenders are at. Chicken tender terrorizer will be in these parking lot very soon. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I guess we can get some sponsors out the way, huh? Yes, Davey Screen Print, Gex, what's happening? CrewFreshClothingCo.com. Be sure to holler at the guys at Crew Fresh. You know what I'm saying? Get you right. And Jiggity J, appreciate you pulling up, Tev.
Yeah.
No Love Roman, what's happening?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we'll holler at y'all. Your boy Mazi. Peace.
Maserati.
So focused, I just need some meaning to my name. Plus I'm cheating with these codes. If you thinking it's a game, that's real talk.